Am I the a-hole for telling my girlfriend I will literally kick her out if she won't see a doctor? I'm honestly out of ideas for how to help my girlfriend, and so maybe I was too harsh today, but I'm losing my mind over this situation. She definitely has a medical issue of some kind. She goes to the walk-in sometimes, but they won't do anything long-term that needs monitoring, so she needs a family doctor. And she's been on a list for over a year, and she does call around occasionally to family doctors but has not had any luck. But I don't think she is taking her health seriously at all, and I offer to take her to the ER sometimes because, seriously, she might die or something, and I want this addressed as soon as possible. She is thin and small, she doesn't eat much, but partly, and I can confirm, because she often throws up after having just a few bites of a meal and then feels sick for a while, which kind of knocks her out of the day for a few hours. So she just takes vitamins and occasionally drinks Ensure, the kind of drink targeted at old people to keep up calories, but she is only 23. And she's weirdly fine with this and says she's always kind of been this way. Which isn't true, because we started dating 2 years ago, and I definitely saw her eat normally at some times in the past. She wakes up in the middle of the night to be sick in the bathroom. Sometimes, in the middle of the day, she goes from totally coherent to looking like a drunk person in less than 5 minutes, and I literally have to force her to drink some juice or something. I am not a doctor, but I know she needs one, like, yesterday. I'm not even comfortable with letting her drive anymore because of how spacey she can get out of nowhere. She keeps saying she's on a list and will get a doctor eventually, but I think seriously, this is bad. And I know I'm nagging, but it is kind of scary, and I don't know what to do at all. Today, she got really weak and confused and forgot about lots of things we were talking about just this morning. And I said I kind of wanted to call an ambulance, and she told me she's fine and would be mad if I did that. And I am so upset. I said, like, if you are trying to kill yourself, I can't be with you to watch, and seriously, you have to do something or else move out because I can't do this anymore. You have to get healthy or get out. She is okay physically now but incredibly angry with me for being insensitive about symptoms she can't help. But I know she can't help, and that's why I want her to go to the hospital, because what if she has some kind of disease that can use medicine or something? I really don't know. I know medical info is super personal, but I live with her and see this problem every day, and it's really scary, so I kind of think it's my problem too. But maybe I'm overstepping. I really don't know. Is it an asshole thing to push people on medical topics like this? Maybe I should call her mom, who lives in another city but not far, but that also feels kind of dickish, and I don't know how to act right here. Edit. Thank you all so much for your stories and encouragement on this situation. It helped me realize it's worth acting even if it would make me an asshole. We messaged her sister really late last night. My girlfriend said it was okay to do, but I am the one who messaged her. She was still actually awake and said she has the weekend off and could come stay with us for 2 days and help if she can. She got here a few hours ago. She's being really kind to me, honestly, like trying to take care of me and telling me to go sit down. She made me food, and I'm overwhelmed. She had a private conversation with my girlfriend, and when they came out, they said they were going to go to the ER. Her sister is somehow doing all of this so easily where I couldn't. And they're at the hospital now, but I'm not. I think that makes sense because she seems to listen to her sister a lot easier than me, and it is probably best. I think I'm just exhausted or something. I've never been so stressed in my life, but I'm so thankful to her sister, who seems to know exactly what to say to make everything work. Edit again. For anyone curious, her sister called me, and I guess my girlfriend has more than one ulcer in her stomach, and there could be a reason for it. So they're still at the hospital to try to see why she has them. She had a scope thing and also a biopsy, and that's all I know so far. Final update. Summary. My girlfriend was constantly sick, dizzy, and confused. I was getting angry at her about it because she refused to get help, and it caused us to fight. It's been a long time since that post, but I received so much support and kindness from it that I wanted to give an update to anyone who may like to know what happened in the end. After many days and long nights in the ER, with referral promises that never came to be, my girlfriend finally got a referral to some kind of diagnostic clinic that works with difficult problems. The early hospital visits were enough to know that she had ulcers, but she was still sick even after they were seemingly healed. So they did more tests during more ER visits. Sometimes, all they could do was hydrate her, since she is constantly dehydrated, and tell her she needed to take stronger vitamins because she is always mildly deficient in a few. The diagnostic clinic ran a lot of blood tests looking for every possible thing. Like, 3 blood tests a week. She must have been screened for every disease in existence. They found some mild liver dysfunction. Sorry if I report this incorrectly, but she doesn't process bilirubin correctly, as far as I understand, and that is an important liver thing. After that, they still tested her for every gastrointestinal and liver disease under the sun, and it looks like she has a genetic condition that sometimes but not always causes stomach pain and vomiting. They basically told her that it sucks, but it isn't life-threatening and that all she can do is avoid putting stress on her body. So she has actually gotten much better at sleeping regular hours, not pushing herself physically, and trying to drink enough water. Or Gatorade, which she now claims is superior to water, but whatever. It seems to work. She still throws up suddenly if she gets stressed out, but it's much less frequent, and for at least 2 months, she hasn't been getting randomly confused. That's a good sign. She says now that she has an answer, it's easier to handle, and I'm not really pushing past that because it seems to be working. She isn't angry with me anymore and said I wasn't wrong to be upset. She apologized for being difficult. But she says she was initially overwhelmed with never getting answers and never knowing how to eat or act to make a difference. So she never tried. She seems embarrassed about it now. We had a lot of conversations about how to deal with health issues in the future, and I also apologized and said I'd really try not to lose my temper if she gets sick again. But it will be easier if we talk about it sooner. I think we are on the same page now, and things are way better than before. She even saw the original post and said the comments helped her realize that this was actually scary to other people, whereas she didn't think it was noticeable to others at first. She still said I was too harsh to lash out at her, as some of you mentioned, and I'd agree. The compromise was to talk about things more often so neither of us has to feel like worry is building up over time. Thanks to everyone who reached out after the first post with thoughtful responses. It meant a lot, and we might not be totally there yet, but we are making good progress.